An old-fashioned local derby. It is round 2 of the Tailteann Cup, and we're off and running at Páirc Seán. The first attack of the day. Touches for Donal Casey, their experienced fullback. He's actually one of just 5 survivors in this Leitrim team that played in last season's Division 4 league final. They've had a huge turnover of available players as Stephen Poacher, their manager, tries to put his stamp on things. Here's an early chance for Ben Guckian, and that's a spectacular 2-pointer for the young Leitrim corner forward. Mark Diffley, the Leitrim captain, closing in on 50 appearances. Darren Cox wants Diffley to make a move, but there's a Sligo man gone down just in front of James Malloy, and he didn't like the challenge. Well, it was a deliberate body collide. That's the way James Malloy saw it, because he has just shown a black card to Killian McGlone. So Leitrim will be down to 14 men now for the next 10 minutes. This now is a massive chance for Sligo against the wind to really put a stamp on things. Towie has options, decides to use Paul Kilcoyne. Back to Niall Murphy from the county champions. Room here for David Quinn, and David Quinn does not need a second invitation. And all eyes on Barry McNulty. Good, clean strike, and a 2-pointer for the Leitrim number 8. Ben Guckian spots the run ahead of him of Keith Keegan. A moving target. Ball work to Tom Pryor. Oh, terrific score off the boot of Tom Pryor. Now that kick out from Darragh O'Shea hasn't quite worked out. Spillane to Lally. O'Shea's back in the goal. Lally fizzes that shot just over the bar. Well, big wins, seismic wins have been few and far between for Leitrim these last 12 months. 2 wins in the Tailteann Cup last year, that one I mentioned against Longford. They also got the better of Waterford. Really good steal there by McNulty. Charging through, goes for goal! Leitrim know now that a shock, a big shock, is very much on the cards. McNulty's going through again. Goal chance. Cox's effort saved by Devaney, who also got to the rebound. Well, Aidan Devaney, not for the first time in his long career with Sligo, has saved the day. And it was that man, Barry McNulty again, the midfield powerhouse, who came flying through the heart of the Sligo defence. And Darren Cox's daisy cutter, saved by Devaney. Well, had that gone in, Sligo were in dire straits. Instead, they hit back, and they hit back in style with a 2-pointer from David Quinn. McLaughlin, here he is now, he's going to go for it. From outside 45, O'Shea has dropped it. Won by Kilcoyne, it's Cian Lally, it's Darragh Cummins. Goal for Sligo. Darragh Cummins with a poacher's finish, put on a plate by Cian Lally. Now it's game on here in Carrick-on-Shannon. Right now the outcome hanging in the balance. Jack Lavin to Pat Spillane. Niall Murphy looking to try and make something happen. Gives it back to Quinn. He's going to go for another 2-pointer. It's Quinn. That's some score. David Quinn. Sligo now trying to bring some fresh legs and energy to tip the balance. David Quinn thought about the pass. He's going to take on the shot. Looking for another 2-pointer. David Quinn. Well, he's Sligo's answer to Steph Curry at the moment, David Quinn. Cian Lally looks to take on a couple of defenders. The backdoor cut. Goal chance. Jack Lavin with a second time against them. Murphy trying to turn provider, clips that pass in, takes the return back again. Two players on the far side calling for it. One of them is Patrick O'Connor. He's just outside the arc, and that is a super score from Patrick O'Connor. Mark Diffley, the hooter sounds. Ball goes up in the air. It is driven out by Cian Lally, and the final whistle sounds to signal the hardest of hard-fought wins for Sligo. Final score, Sligo 219, Leitrim 118.